Hi guys and welcome back to the Mighty Blues. My name is of course Cameron and welcome back today to another video. It is the instant match reaction, Everton 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2 at Goodison Park this afternoon. Another point for Sean Dyche's Toffees, our second straight draw in the Premier League. Third, in fact, after that draw with Aston Villa at Goodison Park a couple of weeks ago. And if I'm being honest, I thought we deserved more today. I thought the first half we were much the better team, other than that opening couple of minutes in which Spurs went ahead in. Obviously, through Richarlison's goal, I think we were a little bit still fast asleep, should we say, in those opening sort of 4 or 5 minutes. But other than that, I thought we were much the better team for the remainder of the first half. I thought we created more. I thought we were the team on the attack. I thought we were the team wanting to get forward and score goals and create opportunities. And I thought Spurs offered very, very little in that opening 45 minutes. And then obviously, just before the break, they managed to get their second goal, again, completely against the run of play. You know, they scored 2 goals today completely against the run of play and did nothing else for the rest of the game. Again, it's another really, really nice finish by Richarlison. We obviously all know what he is capable of. Poor defending down that right-hand side both times for me. I thought Ben Godfrey was very hot and cold today. I thought he had moments where he looked absolutely brilliant and defensively he was really, really solid and he was playing some really nice passes and nice balls over the top, but he had other moments where he looked really, really susceptible, you know, in the back, and I don't think he was particularly helped by Ashley Young, who was absolutely horrific when it came to having to, get back and help him. I thought he'd done okay on the ball, Ashley Young, but his defensive work rate today was non-existent, and I don't think that helped Ben Godfrey whatsoever. But you know, it was gutting that they'd only had 2 opportunities, 2 chances at goal, and they'd managed to put both of them in the back of the net, and Everton had worked so hard to obviously get back into the game and to try and get ahead in the game as well. And I thought the second half was a little bit less impressive from the Toffees, I'll be honest. I thought we took our foot off it a little bit. I don't think we got at them as much as we should have. I don't think we put them under as much pressure as we should have or could have either. But once again, Tottenham offered absolutely nothing as well. It's quite interesting. I've just seen a comment from Ange Postecoglou then in his instant match reaction talking about all Everton had was crosses into the box and, you know, big lumped balls into the box, which is interesting considering when you look at the expected goals for this game. Everton's expected goals 2.89, Tottenham's expected goals 0.85. So I'm not quite sure what game Ange Postecoglou was watching, but his Tottenham team's performance was absolutely horrendous. It was laughable, in fact. And they're very lucky they had somebody that can put the ball in the back of the net when given an opportunity today, because otherwise, you know, they'd have been completely played off the park. But I thought it was down to Everton and the responsibility of those players to get at them a little bit more in the second half, have a go, try and put them under pressure, try and create. And whilst I think we were probably trying to do that, I don't think we were very successful in doing it. I was a little bit disappointed with the second half, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I thought Tottenham were there for the taking. And again, look, we've scored a 90-odd minute equaliser to get something out of the game, which always feels, you know, absolutely brilliant. No matter how well you play or how poorly you play, no matter who you are playing against, if you score a 90-odd minute, you know, equaliser to get something out of a game, it's obviously a great feeling. And if you'd have asked me, you know, when the board was put up with 7 minutes extra time, would I have taken a 2-2 draw? I would have absolutely snatched your hand off for it. So, again, it's not the worst result in the world, but I just feel like we could have got more today. I just feel like we could have got more, and we probably deserved more on the balance of play as well. And look, you know, I know people will say, well, Cam, you know, you get what you deserve in football. You only get what you work for. And I think once again today we were shown that our forward line just isn't anywhere near good enough at the moment. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Dwight McNeil, Jack Harrison, they're just not working at the moment. It's just not working for them. And I know Jack scored again today, but he was practically just in the right place at the right time, wasn't he, for it to hit it, for it to hit him and bounce in. I mean, Michael says, "I'm sorry, Spurs are not there for the taking. They are better than us, but we scraped a point." We didn't scrape a point at all. They were terrible. They had 2 chances at goal and they scored both of them. They did nothing else in the game. I'm not saying Everton were absolutely unbelievable, by the way, because obviously we weren't. Otherwise, we won the game convincingly. But had Everton had come away with 3 points today, there's not one Tottenham Hotspur fan or neutral football fan that could say we didn't deserve it, because we were the attacking team, we were the team getting forward, and we were the team trying to create opportunities. And as I said, it's just another example of why our forward line at the moment just aren't quite doing it. They're just not quite in form, and I dare say there's a lot of factors for that. I dare say there's a lot of reasons for that. But again, I thought we had some good moments to get balls into the box and some good moments to create some space, and we just weren't able to do it. We just weren't able to take advantage of it. I thought Dom worked hard, but I thought they all worked hard. I thought Dom worked hard. I thought Dwight McNeil worked hard. I thought Jack Harrison worked hard, but I thought they were all pretty terrible when it came to actually, any end product or any substance at the end of it. I don't think we had much there, but yeah, as I said, we deserved, for me, at least a point, if not more, from the game. And had we have got more from the game, we'd obviously be sat here with a much bigger smile on our faces. And I suppose what we've got to do now is try and take that feeling that you get from a last minute equaliser and to get yourself a point, and try and build on it, try and build on that emotion, try and build on that good feeling, and try and use that now in our upcoming games, because we've got some really difficult games coming up. We've got Manchester City, of course, next, which is an incredibly difficult game, and I don't think many people are expecting much from that. But we've got some really tough games coming up, and it won't be easy. It won't be easy for us to pick up points, and that for me is why I'm a little bit disappointed with this one, because I think it was another opportunity to win a game that we haven't taken. But again, if you'd have said to me on the 90th minute, would you take a point here, I'd have snatched your hand off for it. So it is one of them. I suppose you've just got to take it and move on, and try and take as much confidence and try and take as much momentum from it. But this, again, similar to Fulham, does very much feel like 2 very winnable games that we've not won. And that was what I was saying on Tuesday night after, everybody was saying, "Oh, well, this is a great point against Fulham, away from home, good points, etc., etc., etc." At the end of the day, it's only a good point away from home if you can go back to Goodison Park the next week and put in a really good performance and win your game. And look, Spurs are a decent side. They're sitting 4th in the Premier League at the moment, so they're very clearly a decent side. It was never going to be an easy game today, by any sense of the imagination. But I just feel like, had we have maybe had a little bit more in that second half, and maybe put them under a little bit more pressure, and maybe been a little bit better in those attacking areas, I just feel like we would have and could have got more out of this game. I think they were completely there for the taking. I think they were absolutely, completely there for the taking, and we didn't take advantage of it. Similar to Fulham. Fulham were completely there for the taking on Tuesday, and we didn't take advantage of it. And that, for me, is where the disappointment comes in. Some people would say, "Well, Cam, listen, it's a point. We haven't lost. It's 3 draws on the spin in the Premier League. Just take it, move on, and try and take confidence from it." But we need to start winning games, because a point is a point, and that's not too bad. But at the end of the day, I don't think we've won a Premier League game since December, and we are in and around that relegation zone. Whether or not that it is the case come the end of the season. Whether or not that's the case in a couple of weeks when we hear the verdict of the appeal, who knows? But as of this current moment, we are in and around that relegation zone, and that needs to change, and that will only change by us winning games of football. And whilst today was a decent point, given the circumstance of being behind with 5 minutes to go, and whilst Tuesday was a decent point, given the circumstances of being away from home, it's not enough, in my opinion. It's not enough. We need to start winning games of football, and that's where my sort of worry comes in. I thought Adesanya Gay was absolutely fabulous today. Thought he was the best player on the pitch in an Everton shirt by some distance. Controlled the game, moved the ball well, looked really fit, looked really up for it, and we just looked so much more balanced and so much better with an actual central midfielder in central midfield. As for everybody else, like I said, hard work, desire. I thought James Garner played well. Thought he put himself about. Thought he battled. Thought Ben Godfrey, other than the 2 goals we conceded, which were, for me, poor goals to concede. Both, too much space down that right-hand side, cuts a ball across, and Richarlison stood on his own. Again, how we're given Brazil's number 9, who we all know is more than capable of putting the ball in the back of the net in those situations. Why we're giving him all the space and all the time on the ball is beyond me. But other than that, I thought Ben done okay. Thought he kept himself well. Couple of good movements, couple of good strides down that right hand side. And yeah, we listen. It's a point, and I suppose people would say, take it, move on, and see where we are next week. But I just feel like it was another game we could have got more from had we have given a little bit more. And, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we'd have lost had we have given a little bit more. Who knows? But, yeah, it wasn't DCL's goal, Mike. It was Jack Harrison's goal. It come off Jack Harrison. Yeah. What can we do? We take it and we move on, don't we? We take it and we move on. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button. I'm going to do the player ratings tomorrow because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. Everything's aching. My throat's killing. So I'm going to do the player ratings tomorrow. So look out for them. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new as well. It would mean a huge, huge amount to me. Big, big thank you all for watching. And we'll see you after.